Beautiful day, Patriots. How are you? It's still Sunday the 20th. POTUS Trump is on a complete rampage on Twitter today. This is the list of all the tweets and timestamps that he's done. This is the West Coast timestamps that he's got going on right now. We've already done a video from some point in this decode from here. Right now, though, when he started today's tweet, there was a gap in between here. He did two tweets at the same time. One of them was a tweet and one of the tweets had a video on it. Because they both came in at the exact same time, I knew that was a clue that I wanted to look out for another tweet sometime in the future. At least that's what my hunch was. So I've been looking for them the past few. I really didn't see anything that stuck out. Well, POTUS Trump just put out this tweet here at this time, West Coast 525. It talks about the how proud he is of all the great American patriots that are working hard for their country without getting paid for the love of their country. You know the one that sent shivers down your spine. Doesn't matter what side of the fence you're on. That one sent shivers down your spine, didn't it? Anyways, I digress. So what I've done now is I've taken the timestamp from the 2 here and here, the 525, found out the time difference, which was 7 hours and 9 minutes. We used the timestamp and gap code, so the gap was 7 hours and 8 minutes. On this particular one, we're going to think Mary. He's showing us that. Q, think Mary, because the mirror was getting a little bit. He wanted us to point out. So if we mirror that image, 708 becomes 807. If we go to Q drop 807, it says he hears us. It says, talks about reading between the lines. It talks about how if we post things on the chans, he sees it and answers it. We all know this. I'm repeating stuff here. We've all learned this. But it says, you are learning our comms. Okay? This is what's happening. Now, there's 43 connections to the Q map. How can we get to POTUS Trump's tweets and connections to the Q map? This is how I read it. There's 43 connections. I figure there's probably 43 different ways we can make it happen. The timestamp and gap code that has been given to me by the grace of Jesus for me to be able to understand this, because it's definitely over my pay grade, for me to be able to understand this, is one of them. The timestamp and gap code is one of the 43 ways of it, because it's a mathematical formula that I stick to and it doesn't deviate, and it just keeps coming up over and over and over. So if we go to Q drop 807, he's talking about it. If enough people can figure out one of the ways that the Q drops to the POTUS tweets connections works, then everybody's going to decide on, or the board members are going to decide on which one they're going to go with. So it could be the timestamp and gap code if enough people can get on board with it. This is my interpretation of it. Or maybe if I can't get my point across, or if I can't get enough people to understand what's going on here, then somebody else will have to find one of the other 43 different connections, and then we'll roll with that. It really doesn't matter which connections we use. We just need to find one so that we can use it. So if anybody has any comments or any input, wants to do anything like that, I'm open for suggestions. God bless you, Patriots, and keep on digging, man. We're doing it for our country. We're doing it for our future generation. God bless you all.